Hi, everyone. The road to Paris continues, and this stop is in Monaco, not too far. Obviously, if you've been there, you'd have to fly into Nice usually. Then you get into Monaco, the principality there. But we're talking about one of the highlights of the European track and field season. A number of athletes are here, ready to compete, gearing up for the Olympics. First on the track will be the men's 400-meter hurdles, which promises to be a thrilling event. Just look at the quality of the lineup, which we'll show in a second, featuring three of the fastest men in history, and also including Samba, who, if many of you remember, was the second man ever to go sub 47 over 400-meter hurdles. He returns, also featuring as well Caleb Dean and the breakout sensation from Jamaica, Malik James King. Lots of stuff there. We'll be covering all of this. Thank you for joining me. As usual, this is a watch along of the Diamond League where I watch, talk to you, read your comments. Hopefully, you are watching somewhere else if you can, and also trying to make this a very engaging experience. We should address the big absence here of Noah Lyles, who was originally slated to compete but pulled out uh, in an attempt to focus on training, it seems. There's been a lot of excitement, chatter around this. Some people are thinking that this is a good decision. Others are believing he's worried or scared of the recent rise of the Jamaican Kishane Thompson, who has had an impressive last couple of weeks, and this week in particular as well in Hungary, shutting down once more, winning the 100 meters over in a time rather of 9.91 seconds. All these questions will be answered in terms of Kishane and Noah and Oblique Seville and the rest in a few weeks' time. But today we're going to start off with the hottest meet, the hottest event. Before we get to that, let me quickly just give you a brief update on where we are when it comes to the some events that's already in progress. Currently, I believe the pole vault is already in progress right now. Women's pole vault. Right now, I think Bruni from Roberta Bruni is in the lead. Also, Molly Caudry, Katie Moon. All of them have already cleared 4 meters 66. So we have a few rounds left, clearly, in terms of continuing to move the bar up. Yeah, so we'll see there. But on the track right now, they're introducing the athletes for the men's 400-meter hurdles. Thanks again for joining. I know a bunch of you are here. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. But I just saw Samba right there. I mean, he's a fantastic athlete. Many years ago, we saw him. Right behind him, obviously, in lane 7 is the world record holder, Karsten Varham, who having a splendid season himself. I mean, lost to DeSantis. DeSantis is unbeaten, and they're showing DeSantis right now. Then Rai Benjamin. So the top 3 guys are gonna be in 5, 6, and 7 lanes. 5, 6, and 7. 46 already for Benjamin this season. Fastest time in the world right now, done at the American National Championships. 46.63 for DeSantis and 46.70 for Varham. Malik James King, really fantastic this year. PB of 47.42. You have to say it's a breakout season for him. Looked good really early at that Jamaica Invitational, and then that's continued. There's CJ Allen as well in the race at his season best of 47.81, personal best of 47.58. And then the Frenchman himself, Hapio, with a 48.01 for the season, lane 1, at his best 47 seconds. So this is should be an exciting race. Okay, so they're going to get in the blocks right now. I'm really excited about this. This is going to be good. We expect the bulk of the running to come from the top 3. How fast will they go? Your guess is as good as mine. You let me know. I imagine Varham will go like a flash. Benjamin should be there as well too. Dos Santos, who knows? Yeah. Okay. Set position. And they're already out. Good start for everybody. No stagger being catch up, except for Varham already up on the runner in lane and Samba in lane 8. But DeSantos is coming as well. The same Rai Benjamin with good stride there down the backstretch. Good running also too from Malik James King, it seems, but uh, he's there. But the top three are moving now. So Samba is basically out of it at this stage. Benjamin coming up now onto the Santos. It still looks like Varham leading. Varham will lead into hurdle 8 here, but then Benjamin is coming. The Santos is there as well. Rai Benjamin is going to take over. He's going to out sprint Carstel Varham here. And so it's the top three there. Benjamin wins this. Rai Benjamin wins this in a fantastic time of 46.67, out sprinting Karsten Varham there, 46.73. Dos Santos, 47.18, not sub 46, 47 this time. And a good finish as well for Malik James King, 47.73, ahead of Samba, who in the end running 48.27, not bad, but was really out of it. And maybe it's an optical illusion because the top three was really coming on there. So Rai Benjamin in much better shape clearly than he was in previous years. We saw it already the fastest time of the world done at the American National Championships. I'm just seeing a replay there of the big three. Benjamin looks most comfortable going over these things. Rai, he can't see the other two behind him, not Rai rather, of Karsten. And so he has to work. But Varham is leading here. Benjamin still looks good. You don't really see any distress on any of them face, but I guess from a sprinting perspective, Benjamin is much quicker. He hunts him down. Dos Santos is going, but doesn't have it today. A much faster finish from Rai Benjamin here. A lot of fast speed, as you know, he has in those legs. So again, official results: Benjamin 46.67 rather, 46.73 for Varham, and 47.18 for Alison Dos Santos, with Malik James King at 47.73. So pretty good running there. Caleb Dean finishing down the bottom. Also happy on CJ Allen. Yeah, interesting there. I think this is the first time Dos Santos has been beat for the season, if I'm correct. He's been undefeated all season, but Rai looks good. And this is an indication of what we'll get in Paris. It still will come down to these three athletes, I think, for the top three positions. I'm still not quite sure where the gold medal will go. It could go anywhere, but we'll see. Let me get to some of your thoughts if you're all in the game. What's going on? Thanks for joining. Hey, first time Rai has ever had back-to-back wins over Karsten. Good mentality run from. Oh, you're right, because when was the last time they faced each other? In the Diamond League final last year in Oregon, right? If I'm not mistaken. There's something still I wonder about Varham. I think his ending is not as good as it needs to be. I don't think he's as strong as he usually is. And if you're not out there, if he doesn't get out there quicker and have a more substantial lead, you don't want to be neck and neck with Rai Benjamin, because he's going to outsprint you. I think he might be he's certainly the quickest of the lot. I'm surprised about the run from Alison Dos Santos. I wonder if he was playing coy there. I don't know. But good on the organizers here in Monaco to get all of those athletes lined up, because you could easily understand if one of the three decided not to show up, or even two, because they don't want to give any points to any of each other, to any kind of mental points before you get to the Olympics. But yeah, interesting. Hey Bella, how you doing? There will be a new world record, she's saying, in Paris. I don't know, but it could happen. I mean, the form that those guys are in, yeah, it's just a interesting space. We facing the all-time greats here of the sport, and you don't, you could get someone running 47 flat and not medaling in the Olympics, and that's really a testament how fantastic things are. He just said, okay, I'm not quite sure what that means. Thanks for joining. No, sure. Benjamin taking, okay, yeah. Rai has something to prove. I mean, historically, we know Rai is a top class athlete. I always used to say, I mean, he lost. I mean, I don't know. Last year, he should have won the world championships. I'm just thinking he should have, but well, but different story. All in the game is saying, yeah, that's right. Beat him last year in the Diamond League final. Karsten last two hurdles don't look as sharp as previously. I agree, and you could see that grimace on his face. And when Varham lost to DeSantis a few weeks ago, he also he clipped the hurdle. I think it was hurdle 9. Was it 9 or 10? One of them. And so I'm just seeing a shot here of Kitaguchi in the just under 65 meters there, it looks like, in the javelin. Still early days. But the back to Benjamin and not Benjamin, back to Varham. He clipped that hurdle, and I felt, well, maybe that was the fault, the reason. But at this stage, he has to work on the last few hurdles because he won't outsprint those guys. All in the game is saying Carson has now lost 4 of his last 6 400-meter races. That is an interesting statistic for the world record holder. Big time here. I mean, we'll see. If I had to put money on it, I still think I feel like Varham might get the bronze this year. Benjamin the Silva, and I still feel like DeSantis will find something, but I still don't know how to do it. I mean, join us for the prediction show when we get all of these things going, but I have to think more about it. It's a hard one to call, to be honest with you guys. Hard one to call. I really appreciate everybody coming on the channel and enjoying the races, and this is how we do it here. We're interesting stat, all in the game. Bella is bigging you up here. Yeah. and he's confirming he had to double check that. I didn't realize that Varham has lost so many races. I guess some of them he would probably say is coming back from the injury, because if you think about what happened in the yeah. Anyway, those losses have to come up on you at some point. And also, what I will say, just to finish that point, all in the game, is to lose a race and you still run like a 46.73. His season best is what, 46.70. So he's right around there. Varham, that is. It's it could start to play on your head. And I know for sure that Varham wants to go out really hard, because that's how he runs. We all know that he wants to beat them from the front, force them to come along with him. But the gap isn't there, and he'll get run down by Benjamin and DeSantis if he doesn't put up a more sizable lead in Paris. But whatever happens, we'll figure that out soon. It's going to be one of the events in Paris, one of the most competitive events in all of track and field, in a second. Let me give a quick update. Let me see. I get some comments here. I think we're getting some people. Kobia Riley, how are you doing? Riley seems to be in 46.2 shape. He also clicked a hurdle in the 46.4. Yeah, that's true. He did do that. Yeah, I mean, I think Rye's really low 46 for sure. There's no question about that. Yeah. I don't know the answer to that, Asiru. Why there are few women's 100-meter races in Diamond League this year? Is that the case? There is one here. I mean, and it's also a part of the Diamond League, so it should be at every event. Though I think it's at every event. Are you meaning why they're not bringing all of the top class athletes there? So Kita Gochu is leading 65-21 ahead of Little 64-74. Satina, I think, is in third. I didn't see the distance on that. All in the game. Will he stop going out so hard? I don't know if he can, though, all in the game. That's Varham. I suspect that's the only way he knows how to run. I mean, the way in which they used to talk about the evolution of the 400 meters from their perspective, him and his coaches, to push these boundaries, and and everybody's following them, but he's a madman in terms of how he attacks these things. But he's getting older. He had injuries. I don't know. My fear is that if he doesn't go out as hard and it's a sprint battle, he's not going to win. And they know that too. All right, so that was the 400-meter hurdles. Quick. We are already stuff underway. I'm waiting I'm just updating some results here. Sorry about that. I want to see next on the track. We're going to have women's 400 meter going to be next on the track. It should be really good. We are going to have a chance, an opportunity to see Rashidat Adeleke. I'm really fascinated by her. I think talent-wise, she's up there. So there's Montoya, Toya, there's Browser, there's Manuel Adeleke, Ellis, and Lika Clava. And so I guess most of the running here should come from Rashidat, I think, already with a very low 49 this season, 49.08 this season. Kellen Ellis obviously ran really well this season too, 49.46. Lika Clava has not been in fine form, hasn't gone sub 50 this season, at her best 49.81. We'll see what we get from Rashidat. One of these women that could run, I suspect she could probably run, if she were to focus on 100 meters, a 10.79 there. Definitely could pull off a fantastic 200 meters. She has the ability she could potentially run the fastest times from 1 to 4 if that's something that they wanted to work on. Yeah. So women's 400 meters getting on the track there. Yeah. Oh yeah, and that French athlete, that Czech athlete Manuel, you're right about that all in the game. Yeah. Yeah. She should be good. How you doing, Silas? Good to have you on. All right, so let's get this race is going to be on a track right now, so I expect Adeleke to win this comfortably as well because she's gearing up for a fine season. As we mentioned, Lika Clava hasn't gone sub 50 this season, but I think they're timing her season in an interesting way. Will be part of that strong Dutch 4x4 lineup with Femke Bol. And they're out. And kind of even at the start, but you can already see Rashidat Adeleke making up the stagger, running a really good backstretch there. Also, Lika Clava stepping hard as well. Those two looks like 1-2 at the moment for me. Yeah, Adeleke taking an ease now, Clava stepping, but as they get around the bend, but Rashidat is really comfortable here. I don't think she's even running really hard. It's her and Clava, but Adeleke will come off the top of the bend, it seems, obviously, ahead of Lika Clava, and Rashidat is now stepping a bit harder than before. She's gonna win this. She's opening up on them. I don't like the camera angle, but opening up, winning this really comfortable ahead of Lika Klava, 49:18 flash time. Official time there, 49:17 from Rashidat. She's not even blowing. Season best for personal best rather for Lika Klava in 49:64. So rounding into shape the right time. Kendall Ellis in third, 50:39. Brosia and Manuel fourth and fifth, 50:43 to 50:72. Coach Flo there probably setting them up. Obviously, if Coach Flo also has Julian Alfred under his tutelage as well, I think he's going to be a happy man come the Olympics as well. Yeah, really, really good running there. Let me check what's going on. Let me get these comments here. Thanks for joining me. The men's and women long jump is going to be good in Paris. Why there's few, I don't. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I don't think that this case, but we'll see. Women's long jump, I'm excited about. Men's long jump should be really, really good as well. The Americans are poor this year, but yeah, but the rest of the world should be good. All in the game is saying much better from both Klava and Adelike, has so much more to give. Yeah, definitely Adelike has much more to give. I think, as we mentioned before, if you want to get a medal at the Olympics over 400 meters for women, you need to be pushing mid to very low for 48s. Otherwise, you might not see the podium. All right. King J, what happened to you and Blake? What time? Blake is done, I think. I mean, in what context are you talking about? I mean, he didn't make it out of Jamaica National Championships the first round. Yeah. I mean, I think he's been a great servant, but that time has passed. All right, so that was the women's 400 meters. Fantastic time again. Adelike 47:19. PB for Lika Klava, looking really good at this stage. And now you want to be getting into that kind of shape getting into the Olympics. And yeah, so that's good. So the next discipline on the track, I think, will be the men's 800 meters, if I'm not mistaken. And we are looking forward to a cracker there. We had one of the greatest 800-meter races a few days ago in Paris. It was a joy to behold. You had Sedrati with a world-leading time in that race. Also, three men going 141. Also, Emmanuel Wanyoni came down from altitude and also dropped another personal best, not good enough to win there. And Tuol, the Frenchman, 141.61 in third position. That was one of the all-time greats. This is going to be a great race here. So again, now it's going to feature Marco Arop, who needs to get into the 141 club. His personal best is 142.85 for the world champion. That time doesn't look particularly great going into Paris now, given what we've seen from Sedrati, from Tuol, from Emmanuel Wanyoni. I think we're at a space. I saw the press conference from Marco Arop saying that we might be in a stage where we could challenge the 800-meter world record from David Rudisha. I mean, possibly now. I mean, we have a bunch of guys in that kind of space. Who gets it? I'm not quite sure. Again, we've seen a replay from the Paris 141.55 race there. Special stuff. There's also Ben Patterson in the race as well. But I expect the bulk of the running here to come from Sedrati, from Tua, and also I want to see where Marco Arop is. He's had a measured season so far. Easier running at the Canadian National Championships. Yeah, this is going to be great. I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, thanks for that. I didn't pick up on what he was actually saying there. All right, so men's 800 meters getting on the track. I don't know if we'll get something better than what we saw in Paris, but this is going to be spectacular. You know, bunch of guys, a couple of guys here with the 141s recently. I think Marco Rupp has something to prove. I don't know if he has anything to prove, to be honest with you. You want to prove this in the Olympics, but he probably wants to test his body to make sure he can go down there. All right. Men's 800 meters. The world lead 141.56 by Sedrati, just a bit faster than Emmanuel Wanyoni. And there's also Marco up around, obviously. So the world champion is here. He has to respond to those fast times. Let's see what we'll get here. They're in a set position. They're already off. And Arop is there. You know, they're going to break for the stagger right now. A one-turn stagger in 800 meters. The wave lights are pointing to the world leading time, I believe. Yeah. I mean, Sadrat is in fantastic shape, as we know. I think he might be the favorite for Paris, but we'll see. And so Marco Arop is in third position right now, but these guys are the both Lemur is one of the pacemakers. They get around 49.14, so that's going to be super fast. This is going to be super fast. All right. I'm not seeing Sedrati right now. Arap is taking the lead. There's another pacemaker left. Yeah. There's Tuel in the mix as well. Where's Sedrati? Okay, so Sedrati is to the right of Arap. And then the Spanish athlete is there too. But Arap is leading, but Sedrati is hunting him right now. Yeah. They have about 150 meters to go. This was like 125. This is going to be another 141. And Sedrati has now gone way in the lead now. Marco up fading big time. And Sedrati is moving here. He's going to get another world lead. It is 141.46 from Sedrati. A fantastic run. That is another national record for the Algerian. A Diamond League record. Another PB. Back-to-back 141 in less than a week, I guess, right? Or oh my God, that is super fast. Atatui, 142, a national record for Spain. Tuel, 142.10. I mean, Marco Arop finishing all the way down in sixth position after leading at 142.93. That's a season best for him. But he couldn't hang with these guys. The 800 meters is just crazy right now. Chemiwinga, 142.13. Ben Patterson, PB. There's a great running here. But Sedrati, special talent. I think he was probably trying to go for the world record. I don't know if that was what he was trying to do, but he was really pushing it. Arap went out really well, but faded a bit. Tuel again with a good run. 42.10, 42.04. Those are really fantastic times. But we know for sure there's some guys who can drop 141. Let me get to the comments if there's any. Where are we? All in the game. Sedrati's ridiculous. He sure is. I mean, he sure is. I can't believe that 141 in twice. When was Paris? Wasn't it like last week we did Paris? It's crazy. Bella, whoa, I didn't think the men's 800 meters would become a prime event to look out. It definitely is. I mean, look, if you can't run 141, for sure, you're not going on that podium, not making on the podium. And we already have Wanyoni, Sedrati, Tua, and these other guys. Look at this guy here, just basically on the cusp of a 141 as well. The Spanish athlete, uh, the Kenyan guy as well. We're in a real great space here for 800-meter running. Really good space. Let me get to some more of your comments. It was only a few weeks ago the women's 100/800 for me was shaping up to be better than the men's, but with the injuries, most fall and performances of the last few weeks seems to have flipped. No, for sure, men's 100 meters probably prime event. We haven't said that in a very long time. And men's 800 meters, I still think the women's 800 meters will offer something really nice. Mary Mora, Segadiso, obviously, and Keely Hodgson is gonna. This is her moment. This is her time. If she doesn't win the gold medal here, she may not win any gold medals in the future, because I suspect when Athingmo comes back, she will be on a mission to kill everybody. So maybe you can wipe away future medals, Japan, all the way into the LA games. But we'll have time to discuss all of that. Yeah, really, really good running there, guys. Really good running there. The next thing on the track coming up is the men's 400 meters, featuring Christopher Williams there. Christopher Morales Williams, the guy from Canada who had an early season lead, I thought, this year. Is that still the fastest time in the world this year? I can't even remember what's the fastest time in the world over 400 meters, man. Quincy Hall is there. We get to see Endori, Vernon Norwood, obviously, in the mix. Men's 400 meters, interesting space. I still don't know where things will fall. Most recently, we heard the world record holder Wade Van Niekerk will not be running the 400 meters in Paris, and instead is going to do 200 meters, if that's what the reports are saying. I don't know what to think about that. Yeah, I clearly don't know how to make sense of that. I suspect that might be injury related. I just don't know. Yeah. They're showing again the 800 meters in Paris here with Sedrati, Wanyoni, and Tuel. That is ridiculous. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. Don't forget to get your comments and your thoughts on what's happening so far. We've seen some spectacular stuff. Excellent 800 meters just now. Adelike looking good over 400 meters. Yeah. Bella is saying that's tough because the 200 meters, 200 meter men is a stacked field compared to the 400. Yeah, I mean, it has to be. I suspect it must be some kind of a decision there. I don't know. Eh, I There's no way Wade is gonna feature well in the 200 meters. That's just not gonna happen. I think he just never got an opportunity to come back after those injuries, and it's a tough thing, It's sport is unforgiving, and I feel it for Wade Van Niekerk because he he had an opportunity to do some super special stuff. But we should always remember and savor the great year in Rio and subsequently in London. And sometimes you don't get to see some of the great athletes do things for a very, very long period. And sometimes that's what separates some of the truly best. But we'll see. 400 meters in the blocks right now. Let's see what we get from Quincy Hall, Vernon Norwood. I think Hall, the way in which he finished the U.S. National Championships, suggests that he's in great shape and he could potentially be maybe one to reckon with. They're already out. Hall is running really good here. I'm trying to see who's there picking up the stagger right now. I'm missing that. I think Norwood might be in the lead. The Canadian is still leading. Now Hall is getting into his running, and he's coming off the 150 meters or so to go. He's looking really good now. He might be coming off the top of the bend ahead of Vernon Norwood. That's what's happening right now. And Quincy Arnold is pouring it on, head moving left to right. It seems like he's hitting a brick wall, but struggling. But he's opening up there. He's almost going to fall or something. And he's going to cross the line 43.81. That is a world lead, rounded down to 43.80. Finally, we get somebody going on a 44 seconds. That is an amazing performance there. And Quincy Hall, as many of you know, it doesn't provide you aesthetically the greatest runner. You don't watch him for style. But now he's just announced himself, 43.80. Big personal best for him, world lead. He's asking for the gold medal. Ladies and gentlemen, he might be asking for this gold medal in Paris. Vernon Norwood in second in a season best, 44.34. The South African Pile, 44.58 in third. But all about Quincy Hall there. Didn't run the first part of the backstretch particularly hard, but then he started to move. And by the time he got to 150, it was all over there. All over. Look at it. I'm just seeing a slow motion replay here. I mean, he's not the cleanest of runner. He's like looking left and right. He's digging hard. You wouldn't teach anybody to run this way, but it's effective for him. And he's just blazed to a 43.80. Fantastic. I tell you, the 400 meters, at the Olympics, men, wide open. Anybody to get. Bella is saying, "Whoa." Let's see. I may have missed some comments here. Let me get some comments. All in the game was saying, want to see the Botswana 4x4. Hopefully, with Tebogo, be competitive against the US. I think so. I mean, Endure. There's a bunch of guys there. I mean, Let's See it comes in at the end after the 200 meter final there. It should be fantastic. Where am I? All in the game again. Hall has an ugly but effective running style. Yeah, they say this. If you take these courses, they say, look, if it's not impacting the athlete, or even it might be impacting the athlete if it's if the change is too hard, you may not necessarily want to make a change. I think if he's a bit more relaxed at the end, though, I think it's a more relaxation thing. That moving head that way is not helpful. But the guy just ran 43.8, so we'll hold on to that for now. Bella, finally a sub 44 runner this year. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, long season for All in the Game again here. Long season for Christopher Morales Williams. He is. I think didn't look good there. 45.11. As we know, not everybody responds well to these long seasons, but wish him the very best. But these Botswana guys have a bunch of athletes here that can do some interesting stuff. So that was the men's 400 meter. Did not disappoint. Really exciting stuff there. Looking forward to what's next on? Is the men's 1500 meters next on the track? We have to check that. No, that's coming down later on the track. So the next thing, currently the women's triple jump is in progress. Let's see what we have there. Nothing yet. But we have Ricketts from Jamaica. Tampore is there. Thea Lafon. Perez there. Beth Ramon-Chuck. I haven't seen Beth in a while. So that should be good. There's Smith again from Jamaica too. Yeah. This should be good. Povia from Cuba in the mix. I didn't see all of that. So a couple women here with PBs over 15 uh, meters. I think Tia Lafon, what PB or 1490. Didn't she go 15 meters in indoors, or may I mistaken? Yeah. Actually, no. She did the 1490 in Budapest for sure. In indoors. Anyway, so that's coming up next. After that, that should be exciting. There's a 2,000 meter women's there, and at the top of the hour, we should get the 110-meter hurdles. At one point, I thought Rashid Broadbell was listed for this event. Am I mistaken on that? He's not there though. There's Simonelli there. There's Trey Cunningham, Sasha Zoya, Cordell Tinch, Izumia, Joseph from Switzerland, but obviously all eyes as well on Grant Holloway. Let's see where we are. Jordan, what's going on, my man? Finally, sub 44 is your comment. Yeah, definitely. Takes 43.69 to crack the all-time top 10. Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing that at the Olympics, to be honest with you, but I'm definitely taking what we can get. I think you cannot have major championships over 400 meters for men, and it's not being won by athletes running sub 44 seconds. I said it. Obviously, in the end, the medals is what matters and not the times, but the sport is too sacred for not to happen. No, nothing obviously against Antonio Watson winning, because that was an achievement of a lifetime. He even surprised his own self. But yeah, you should be winning in 44 sub 44s. Jordan Davis again is saying, let's see the Bahamian against Hall at the Olympics. Yeah. We've seen a couple races now from Stephen Gardner. He's won them. Hasn't looked at himself yet, but he's coming. Only injuries. I feel like I said it recently. If Gardner were to drop or pop a sub 44, I would crown him the gold medal winner already. But we still have to run the races. We'll see. Yeah. Bella, yeah, I saw him on the list earlier. Similar to Bryce Hopper in the 800 meters. Yeah, because I didn't see, and that is for Rashid Broadwell. Yeah, because Hopper didn't show up in the 800 and he was on the list, right? Yeah. Thanks, Mike. I could have sworn she did a 15 something, right? Yeah, so she did that in Glasgow, right? Okay, thanks for reminding me there. Yeah, and that's in response to Thea Lafond, who carries a flag, a standard bearer for a very small country, Dominica. I have some great friends from there as well, and so on. So we have a special Diamond League 2,000 meters, and that's coming up on the track. But yeah, really good meet so far. Really exciting stuff going on here. Good stuff here. I wanted to see this Broadbell race. Hopefully he's not injured. Sasha Joya, a lot of French hopes on him in Paris. One from, was it lane 81 from, or the outside late the other night in Paris when he ran that, was it a 13:15, or was that the time in Paris? But anyway, he's a interesting talent. He won the world under 20 some years ago. Kind of short for a hurdler. Not particularly short, but he's not that tall, so it's not easy for him to clear those hurdles. I still think this 110-meter hurdles is an interesting space. Grant Holloway, as usual, is ahead of the rest. I think I've said it on a number of occasions. Holloway is best to the first 8 hurdles. Nobody better ever. If you can stick around with him, then you might have a chance. But He should always be the overwhelming favorite. I'm sure Broadbell, I'm sure a bunch of other guys. You can't count out the Simonelli guy here too, but who knows? You know, he's just so good. Yeah. Oh wow, he is injured, Cheryl. Thanks for the update. That's not good. You know what? Wow, that's not a good thing. Hopefully, it's not too serious. And but if he's injured, I wish him very best. I mean, we always want the top athletes to be there, and that's not a good thing if he's hurt. Hopefully, it's not serious. Uh, all in the game is saying off distance events like 2K at Diamond League meets are always a little weird for me. I agree with you because it's in my head. I have to do a lot. Well, not I have to do a lot of research to remember these times, and to be honest with you, I didn't do it. Yeah, and I don't even know what's going on, but we can talk about other stuff. Mike is saying, don't sleep on Karani James. I never sleep on Karani James. He beat the entire podium from Budapest in the weeks following the championship and has not lost the hall since. Kirani James, one of the all-time greats, I think, is a man he has every medal color over 400 meters. Very special talent, represented the region and his country, Grenada, very well. A man that's been through a lot of adversity, a man who suffered from illness and also lost his mentor and coach, and to still be running at this stage. The thing that I like about Karani James, and I think he's in the kind of same category of the ones who spend a long time in the sport, your Shelley and Fraser Price, your Alison Felix, you name them, the athletes who go on for a long time, I'm early Nati or so, is that you have to have a special commitment and love, especially for athletes who have had success. Because at some point, people, when you get to the top, people come for you. And for you to continue to be in that space, I really respect those athletes, and I have a lot of time for Kirani James. I don't know what we'll see from Kirani James come the Olympics, but outside of what we just saw here from a Quincy Hall, no, I mean, I will also say fairly good running as well from Stephen Gardner. We haven't seen anybody just, cut across and make a big statement to say this is their moment and you can't take the medal from me. So until we get to that point, I think James in particular should be still in the mix. Cheryl is saying Grant cannot lose, totally on a different level. He isn't on a different level. He's been that way for such a long time, but he can lose. That's the thing. He's done it before. He shouldn't have lost in 21 to Hansa Parchment, but he did. If there's any weakness in Grant Holloway, is the last part of his race. Rashid Broadbell took him down on a Diamond League in a similar fashion. If you get close to Grant, it's a space that he's not familiar with. No one is never close to him. He's most of the time he's won this hands down. His singular focus, I imagine, this year has to be to win that Olympic medal. He has colors for everything else. He has a winning streak indoor that stretches a decade or so. He starts head and shoulders over anybody every day, all day. I would not even bat an eye on that. But it's the old cliche is that the hurdles is an obstacle event and anything can happen. Jessica Hall here is opening up. Hall the other day looked really, really good. Hanging with the great Faith Kipyegon to run a fantastic time over two 200 over 1500 meters. She's by herself here now running in this thing, and she's on her course now to try and break this world record over 2000 meters, an event that's not often run. The world record is 5:21:56. Right now she's going over, there's a 350 to go, running 4:47. She's on course to break this record, and she's going to run 4:20 for sure. 5 minutes 20, I mean, for sure. She's all by herself here. Jessica Hull uh, coming off the top of the bend here. And a little bit of a struggle, it looks like, or maybe it's one of those runners smile. And she's racing against the clock. She's ahead of the wave light. So this is going to be a world record. 5:15, 5:16, 5:17, 5:19.70. That is a world record over 2,000 meters, destroying the previous world record of 5:21.56. Excellent running there from Jessica Hull, winning by probably 50 meters or so ahead of Courtney Bryant, 5:26.08, and Jebby Talk 5:26.09. Corey McGee was there as well, era record for the United States at 5:28.78. Usually, when these races are run and people take some of the top athletes take it seriously, you end up with a world record because it's not a race that you often see. But yeah, that's where we are on that. That is interesting stuff. I have to check the pole vault in a second, but it looks like Katie Moon is gone again. I don't know what's going on there. Let me catch some of your comments. Mike is saying everyone except Watson. Sorry. All right. All in the game. I never expected Noah to run the men's 4x4 in Paris for those 4 gold medals. But if he loses the 100 meters, there's definitely no way the enthusiasm to run it will be there. Very good question. Good point there, all in the game. I think the last live I did, you weren't there, but I did credit you for reminding me or for informing me, because I never did the calculation of, since Noah decided to double, are you, and forgive me if I'm getting this wrong, since he started to double, he hasn't run a 200 meters on a 19.5. I mean, it takes a different level. You correct me if I'm wrong on that. I think that's what you had mentioned some time ago. I don't know. I mean, the Project Noah Elias thing is interesting. We are now in a 100-meter space where, can he win? Yeah, he can. But we have now seen a guy in Kishane Thompson who looks ominous, who looks like you can't beat him. And we already saw Oblique Seville looking across earlier, and he looks like you can't beat him either. So I don't know. I think it would be interesting space to see if Jamaica can go 1-2 over men's 100 meters. But it might be good. Smash that like button, everybody, if you haven't. I really appreciate you coming on the channel. This is a wonderful time for track and field. I wanted to come here. I'm gonna in a second here focus on some more of your comments before we get to the next event. All in the game again here. Keep those comments coming. Hull in the form of our life. She certainly is. When she ran behind Faith Kipyegon the other day, I was wondering what in the world is she doing? Even Faith was surprised that she was coming with her. But Jessica Hull, really good form. Could find her way on that medal podium. Might find her way on that podium for sure. Yeah, we'll see. Bella, is Hull doubling at the Olympics or focusing on the 1500? I can't remember for sure. We'll have to check that. All in the game. That's correct. He has run 1952, 1953 in finals since he started doubling 100, 200. It puts that boat thing in context even more. I mean, I know for the serious fans of the sport or the students of the sport, we recognize that what happened in 2009 on that blue track in Berlin was something that we may never see again in our lifetime. Records may go, but the way in which those records were delivered, the rounds to run that 100 meters, more rounds than we have now, and the rounds then to run that 200-meter world record, ridiculous. But those days are gone, but we should savor them. Cheryl, I guess you're saying Kishane doesn't look unbeatable. See him getting third. So what's your lineup for the 100 meters? I haven't done my prediction yet, but we'll see. We shall see. We'll do prediction shows shortly. I mean, it's going to be interesting. Fred Curley's back. The Americans are looking good, obviously. Kung Fu Kenny. They're looking really good over 400 meters for sure. 400 meter, the 400-meter relay, and 4x1, obviously. Uh, they're all in the game. Bell, Hull is just running the 1500. Thanks for clarifying that. Thanks again. You're saying thanks. Uh, and yeah, Angel saying we seeing two different Kishanes. You seeing Kishane getting third. You are in denial for sure. Okay. Yeah, I mean, everything we've seen from Kishane Thompson since the Jamaica National Championships since it's been sensational. This is the guy that run 9.8s easily, then 9.7s shutting it down. And then he comes over to Europe. He checks once, he checked twice in Hungary in the week, and he runs a comfortable 991. That could have been a 9.8.7 easily if he was running hard. And out there. Cheryl is she's saying early Kung Fu. She has Noah Lyles, then Kung Fu Kenny, then Kishane. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, it's gonna be great predictions, you know. Yeah, at this moment, it's hard for me to see the form that Thompson's in. He just looks ominous. I don't think he can beat him right now, unless he gets to the Olympics and the occasion gets the best of him or injured. But barring that, and barring the entire world watching you, not a factor. I don't think you're beating that guy. But we'll spend some time on that. Molly Carter just going over 483 there. If my producer could put up the pole vault in a second here, I could get an update. I'm not quite sure where the pole vault is right now. Let me check for myself too. Yeah, you could see Katie Moon falling at 483. So right now, Nina Kennedy, 488, Molly Corgi 483, and Mosier 483. Yeah. So Katie Moon only clearing 466, not having the best of weeks. Interesting. Thanks for putting that up. 488 season best. That's a good jump there from Nina. Things are shaping up nicely. But let me get back to some of these comments here. Where am I? Mike was saying the hyper focus on Noah Lyles is interesting, but USA isn't sending one guy and one of the others has run 9.76 not too long ago. He's trending downwards with his time. Oh, you mean Fred Curley you're talking about? Yeah. The 110-meter hurdles on the track. Let me get to that right now, guys, and then I'll come back for your comments. But keep those comments coming. I love it. You know, we know we'll get to that. 110-meter hurdles. Trey Cunningham had a big story this week in the New York Times. Holloway here, Mr. Flamingo himself, looking good. Running out of lane 6. There's Cordell Tinch there as well. Have a lot of time for that guy. Didn't make it. Fourth in the U.S. National Championships. Fourth, right? But yeah. Izumia, lots of talent too. Season best of 13.16. 13.04 at his best. Sasha Joya there. Yeah, you can see the height difference there. Both Cunningham and Grant Holloway much taller than he is. And let's see what we get here. And that the Italian kid, I think, is the standout this season. That I never thought he would have been running this good. So we shall see what we get here. This should be a good race. They're getting into the blocks for the men's 110-meter hurdles. Yeah. So Joseph gets into the race because of I think Broadwell is out, right? Because he had the original position. So I hope whatever happened to Rashid Broadwell is not serious and it's more of a precautionary thing. All fingers are behind the line right now. Grant Holloway puts his hand up. Didn't like didn't like the didn't like something. I don't know what is it. I don't know if he's not set comfortably or maybe he didn't like the. Yeah, there's no adjustment of the block, so he has his finger over his mouth, so it could be too much noise coming from the crowd. Yeah. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Appreciate it. Okay. This should be a good one. I expect the bulk of the running, as usual, will come from Grant Holloway, who's already a sub 13 man this year. Simonelli should be running really well. Trey Cunningham also having a good season as well. Cordell Tinch to run also ran really good at the U.S. National Championships. Unfortunate to be missing out. They're in the blocks. Set position. And they're out. Grant Holloway already in the lead. Quickest of all. Sasha Joya hitting a lot of hurdles. Holloway smooth as you like. Cordell Tinch running good. Same with Trey Cunningham. But Grant Holloway leading the Simonelli at the end over there, closing like a freight train. I didn't even see him coming. And Holloway takes this in a very fast time of 13.01 seconds into a headwind rather. So minus 0.1 minus 0.7 win ahead of Simonelli, second place Simonelli 13.08, Cordell Tinch 13.10, Cunningham 13.13, Sasha Joya 13.25. That's your top five there. Really good running there. A big hug from Rai Benjamin, given to Grant Holloway there for his victory. I'm going to see it again here. They're out. It's a different angle. Holloway, as usual, ahead of everybody. He was leading the race all the way. Cunningham was in good position. Tinch as well, but then Simonelli flies through a great close, good dip from him, ensuring that he dipped ahead of Cordell Tinch. So good running here, fantastic running as usual from Grant Holloway. Looking across to see how fast he went. Probably not too happy with that, but you should be happy with a 13.01 on a normal day. Hi everyone, let's see where we are in these comments. Let me get to the bottom. I'll do from the bottom coming up. All in the game saying big fan of the Simonelli kid. Yeah, he is. He's special. All in the game. Alicia Newman is nearly personal. What? The nearly person of the women's pole vault. Always come close to the podium. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about her too. She's not. Yeah. And it is saying Fred is not going to medal. Rock Hill, what's going on? Mark my word, Fred is getting that goal in Paris. All right. Okay, so your response is to Fred not going to medal. Yeah. Fred, I think all in the game I said it. Fred had to run for his life to get into to make sure his sponsors felt as if he was still a serious track and field athlete, given all the stuff that was happening. Let me get back up here and see where we are. Bella, the way Kishane is running shows he has a lot more in the tank. I agree with that. Kishane is consistent and healthy. Surely your prediction is not realistic. I mean, all in the game. Bella Jane, thanks. Ella St. Pierre of USA is also only doing the 1500, even though, yeah, I remember, I saw that for sure. She gave up her position on the 5,000 team. Yeah. I mean, 1500 would be hard in Paris. 5,000 would be hard in Paris. You may get world records. I mean, you got Goodoff, you got Faith. Those, it's gonna be out there for sure. Yeah, really good stuff happening here at the Monaco Diamond League. Don't forget to continue to put your comments in. I want to hear what you have to say. We put it up on the screen once you do it, as long as it's clean, as long as it's within the rules. We have no problem doing that. Really good stuff going on here at the Diamond League. Let me see. We just saw the 110 meters there. Next up on the track will be the 5,000 meters for women. This should be a really good race here. This is one of the tough events in all of sport. Uh, yeah, so that will be on the track next. We'll think about. We'll get back to that in a second. Uh, Also, after that, we'll get an opportunity to see the men's 200-meter final. There's no Noah Lyles here, but let's see Litoboga is here. We'll get to see him, Andrew Hudson, uh, Orgot Tarsis is there as well. Oganda is there. Bunch of guys that we saw on the American Collegiate C circuit as well in this race. But I want to see what Let's See Litoboga will do. And then the night will close out in spectacular fashion with two races. We'll get the 1500 meters again for men. Jakob Ingebrigtsen in the mix should be really good. Bunch of guys here as well. Timothy Chariot is here. There is Yared Nagus around. Uh, fantastic guys. Neil Gorley. There's Nordas here. Giles Elliott. Yeah, that will be good. And closing us out will be women's 100 meters. And I'm very excited for this because Julian Alfred, one of the athletes, I think will find her way on some medal podium this season. We'll see, but I'm optimistic about that. Dean Asher Smith, Marie-Josée Talou, Tamara Davis, Aliyah Hobbs, Clark is here as well. Tamara Clark, Zoe Hobbs as well. Aliyah Hobbs. Yeah, it should be a fantastic closeout. Yeah. All right. So women's 5,000 meters about to get started here. Yeah. Sedrati, yeah. Naji, yeah. Thanks for joining. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, Sedrati is a special athlete right now. I didn't think that. Oh, yeah, last week in Paris when one unit came down, I thought, look, this guy's gonna do something super special, and he did. He ran a pre-B, but Sedrati had other ideas, and this evening, Marco Arop decided to take it out. And he got run down. A bunch of other guys run him down as well. Men's 800 meters, really, really good space right now. Really good space. All in the game is saying selfishly want Toboga to run the 200 meters 4x4 in Paris because want him to be as fresh and competitive as possible versus Noah in the 200 and versus the US in the 4x4. I don't disagree with that, to be honest with you. Let's see, Litoboga is extremely talented. Has a lot to learn over 100 meters, but he's a kid, so I don't worry about that. I think if he's fresh in 200, you never know what you'll get. He has abundance of talent. Dealing with some stuff this year, obviously lost his mom, but he should come away from Paris with some medals. I think they have a good chance in the 4x4, but the US prize still a bit stronger than them. So, and I suspect he's going to prioritize individual medals. I think you'd be happy getting a medal out of 100 meters and a happy getting medal in 200 meters, knowing that his upside is greater than most. That's how I would think about it. What time is the 400 meter? 400. Okay, that's already gone on Dashin. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. It was a fantastic race. Rai Benjamin won that ahead of Carson Varham and Alison DeSantis. Varham was leading in the stretch. Rai ran him down, looking really comfortably doing it as well. Malik James King coming in fourth. So it was really good race there. Twain House and Frederick, thanks for joining. I guess you're saying why everybody keep boasting about Tobago. Compared to Knighton, he lacks consistency. How so? Because Let's Sealy just broke on the scene a couple of years now, right? He was in the World Under 20 Championships in, was it in 22? Uh, then he went over to the, I believe it was in 22, right? He ran that year as well in Oregon. Then last year in Budapest, I, I don't know. I don't know if we could say is that if he's that if he's a kid. I mean, Aaron is younger. He's also special. I think the future belongs to both of them. I'd like to see Aaron run some 100 meters. But I think selfishly too, for me, using the all in game talk, I think Let's see, it could be even better over 400 meters. I just don't know if at some point he would want to run that. I mean, he has what? That fantastic 300-meter world best time. Yeah, I don't know. You mean it's too. It's hard for me if I'm putting into context to really criticize him or even Aaron at this stage. They're really young still. I mean, Aaron has more experience than him at major championships. But those athletes, I think, they will come good at some point. There will be a point where they either decide to displace the ones up a bit ahead of them, or they just grow up the right way and eventually it will come, right? They can do it earlier than before, but I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to continue reading your comments. So he's 20 saying, everybody keeps saying Tebogo is the main challenge to Noah, and I followed them from inception. I'm always keeping abreast with the statistics regarding it too. Yeah, I think both of them can challenge Noah. I also think Noah is in a space where he has to be careful. You know, running hard in the 100 meters is not easy. And then you have to then get to and then you have to get to the 200 meters with some guys who are going to be fresh. Aaron will be fresh for sure. So yeah, you never know. He could do something. We haven't seen Aaron much until we saw him at the US championships because he had clearly he had returned an adverse analytic finding, which he eventually won on contaminated meat by the independent jury. How long? I don't know what will happen there with water and so on, but so that's why we haven't seen much of Aaron this year. So, but it's not. He's a spectacular talent. I mean, that kid is outrageous, outrageous. Thanks for saying that, Willie. What is Kashane time for the 200? I don't even know if he is around 200 meters. Just looking at Thea Lafon right here. Ooh, that's like 14 and change there. That's a good jump from her here. Yeah. You definitely will get a new Olympic champion over a minute. Yes, 14.76 for Thea Lafon, season best there. 14.87 rather. She has some strapping around the right knee area there, so we'll see. But really good athlete there. We'll get a different world champion, Olympic champion over 400 meters for sure. For 1500 meters, I apologize. What am I saying? Over triple jump, because the great Yulimari Rojas is out with the Achilles injury. I don't. I don't know actually, Will, if I have to check the stats on him there, but he hasn't run a 200 meters, at least as far as I know, as a senior athlete that's of any significance. Uh, Mike is saying we just see the form Ryan Quincy is in. If you add Norman and Norwood, I am seeing Botswana. I'm not seeing Botswana comparing to that kind of quality over four legs. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think the US overwhelmingly is favorites unless something goes awry. Yeah. All in the game is coming back again by saying Knighton doesn't run the 100 unlike Tobago, which is obviously why he has more 200 times to his name. Tobago also runs the 3/4 4x4 more regularly than Knighton. That is also all of that's facts right there. Yeah. Uh, the tall Cuban Perez has a high ceiling in the triple jump. I agree with you. She's really fantastic. Speaking of triple jump, can we get an update? Let me get a quick update on the triple jump right now because I think Ramon Chuck was in the lead. Let's see. Now Perez is in the lead right now at 1495. Big jump there. Thea Lafon at 1487. Beck Ramon Chuck 1481 season best as well. Ricketts 1467 season best. Yeah, this triple jump is wide open in Paris. We're getting a look at Riath here over the high jump, clearing 2 meters 25. It seems, is it 225? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me get back to some more here. Appreciate it. Yeah, Stephen Gardner is a big athlete there. He's gonna be watching what Quincy Hall did. He won't be fearful, I don't think. I don't think anything strikes fear in Stephen Gardner. You know, if he works, I think if Gardner cleans up the last 100, and it's just because I think it's the injuries, obviously, why he hasn't been in the form that we normally expect to see. But he should, if he cleans that up, they're looking at Bahamian spikes because that's all they will see in Paris. But from behind, but we'll see. But Gardner is a different type of class. If he can clean, if he gets back to the shape that we know he usually gets, he's gonna win. But Quincy Hall just made a statement, the only man to go sub 44, so we have to respect that as well. No, the 200 meters, no, not yet. That is coming up soon. The currently the 5,000 meters is in progress, and I've done a poor job of calling that race because I've been just responding to the comments. But next on track would be the men's 200 meters. And after that will be the 1,500 meters, which also will feature Jakob Ingebrigtsen. Nagoose is there as well. And the night will finish with the women's 100 meters. So there are 3 other events remaining on the track before we get to the end of the Monaco Diamond League. And then in another 7 days or so, there will be the London Diamond League. And that's the final Diamond League before athletes head into Paris. I think Alimeo is in the lead ahead of Akidor right now in the 5,000 meters. I don't even know what lap they're on, to be honest with you, because I haven't been paying attention. Let me get back to some comments here. What is this? Will Bauman try to make Gardner? Okay. Gardner and Shawnee run mixed 4x4 in Paris as it's their only relay but Bahamas have qualified in. No, that's an interesting thing. I mean, if I were Stephen Gardner, I don't know if I want to go near that mixed 4x4. Especially if you're not back at your best. If he was dropping like a 43 sevens, 43 5 6 or so, then I would say, yeah, take a chance there, but you might need all of that energy in the flat 400 meters to defend his title. I mean, Shawnee for sure could be on that because I don't think Shawnee will feature over 400 meters. I mean, she suffered some. Even Shawnee's decision to run in Paris is contingent on if she gets back healthy, right? If I'm not mistaken, because she picked up that injury at the Bahamas Championships. So I don't know if she's in the kind of shape that would make her competitive the way we normally see. So maybe her on the mixed 4x4 would be what you want to do. I also hope Paulina avoids the mixed 4x4, but we'll see. I feel like the mixed those mixed events should just come to all the major events are done as well, but that's for another time. Thanks everybody. Don't forget to like, subscribe. We're in the final lap of the 5,000 meters. It seems like I haven't been paying attention. Let me see if I can see the finish here. Yeah. I don't know let me see who's in the lead. Alameo is in the lead ahead of Akidor and Amber Ba as well in third. The Japanese runner is in the mix there too. A bunch of people are competitive here. Just about 200 meters left. Kalani's there too, I think, but I don't think she's gonna feature. Yeah. So Akidor is moving. Akidor is gonna win this comfortable. She's opening up on them right now. Amma is coming in for second place. So the end of that is not a bad time in there over the 5,000 meters. 14:39:49 officially, ahead of 14:40:44, and Tanaka comes in with a season best time of 14:40:86. That's your winners of the 5,000 meters. It's going to be a special race in Paris for sure. We'll see, definitely see that. So 200 meters next, then 1,500 meters for men, then 100 meters. So the Monaco Diamond League will go soon. All in the game. Eurochamps made the mix 4x4 straight finals, no semis. Yeah, but that's not possible at the Olympics, though, right? Unless they were to just do rankings, right? At least at future Olympics. Right now, all right. So this has been good so far. Appreciate everybody jumping on. Yeah, I'm trying to think what's the best thing I've seen all evening. Is the 800 meters. It's always hard to process while we're going. Let me see where we are in a triple jump. Hernandez still in the lead. Tia Lafont still in second place. Bekramangchuk in third. And Shanika Ricketts still in fourth. So 1495 to 1487 to 1481 to 1467. That is where we are in the 1500 meters currently. Not the 1500 meters, the triple jump. I don't know why I'm saying that. I apologize. Let me get another update on. I want to see where the high jump is as well. So there's still a bunch of guys that's cleared 225. So first attempt by Carr and Matt Ewing are 228. I think Wu missed and moved up to try to clear at 228. I don't think he's attempted as yet. So high jump isn't at the space where we usually expect. Speaking of high jump, I did see something earlier today saying that Bashir this would be his last Olympics. How old is he? 32, 33, somewhere about there. He's been such a great servant a great exponent of the high jump. Unfortunately, came close to breaking the world record or somewhere around there. Didn't get a chance, and I think the Sotomayor world record will continue because he's gonna go, and I don't think no one is close to that record right now. All in the game, Javon Harrison have been having a bad time lately in the high jump. He is. I mean, he's lost his way somewhat. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if he had any injuries. Javon, very, very talented individual. You thought, and sometimes that's a problem too. Like you just in your head, you can't figure out what event you should do. Yeah. We got 57 people on the live. Thank you. Only 20 likes. If we could get some more likes, I would appreciate that. Thanks so much in advance. Right. So we're getting close to this men's 200 meters. And this should be good. All eyes on Let's See Le Tobogo here. Season best time of 1971. Tarsus Arga 1975 this season as well. Hudson 20.02. Oganda 1998 this season. Those are the guys who have gone sub 20 or very, very low sub 20 so far. So let's see what we get here. Let's see. Let me get some comments here. Angelica Mosa has a 10 cm PB from 478 to 488 in the pole vault. Oh yeah, let me check by the pole vault real quick here. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that's such a big jump for her. She failed at what, 493? That's pretty good. Pretty good there. That's a big move from her. Oh yeah, because her PB was 478 before. That is really interesting. All right, so Let's See Le Tobogo has been introduced. They've already shown Hudson and Argat, I think. Then Tortu, the Italian here. The Italians are always creeping up with a bunch of athletes. They should be strong over the relays too. 2014 is season best. 2010. Ganda won the last time we had the Diamond League, right? He won in Paris, right? So 1991 at his best, 1998 this season. Hartman, 20.36, season best 20.02. Reyes, 2027, season best 2024 as his PD. And then Zeze, or Zizi, I don't know how you pronounce it, 2018. The French are trying to build something too. They're on show. So they're getting into the blocks in just about a second for this men's 200 meters. All eyes on Tobogo. I expect him to do something. And they're out. Really good start there from Let's See Le Tobogo, already up on the guy there. Argat is also running good as well. So is Oganda. Let's See Le Tobogo. Looks like he comes off the top of the bend. Hudson was running good as well. But Let's See Le Tobogo is opening up now. ahead of Uganda, and he shuts it down with about 10 or 15 meters to go, it looks like. And he wins this in a time of 19.87 into a positive wind here, zero point 0.6. I have to see this again because he kind of stopped running at some point. He won this comfortably. Uganda in second, 20.02. Orga, 20.32. Hudson finishing in fourth, fading a bit, 20.43. He doesn't look happy. I think I don't know if he hasn't seen the time yet or he's just looking up for something here. All right, I'm getting a replay right now. It was a really good bend to as well from Hudson. He was running really good, but Tobago was in there. He's already up. He's gonna come off just with Uganda around. Yeah, Uganda was there too, but Tobago was already there. Then he stops and he looks when when he's approaching the line. He takes a check to his left to see if anybody was there, and then he just stopped running. So that probably could have been a 19.7 for sure. I think yeah, he's in good shape. Let's see, Litibogo is in good shape. Let's see where we're going. Willie's saying, would like to see the Olympics heads change the rules for athletics that, break world records or run world leading times to get a buy for the Olympics. Okay. Yeah, I think that's interesting. The problem is, I think World Athletics would not be against that, but the policy at the Olympics is the IOC controls that. There's a quick, so that's the problem there. But you definitely want to have, when you have top class athletes missing out, especially the great ones from the sport, you you want to see them. So that's why it makes sense in the Diamond League winners or World Championships winners, they get a chance in World Athletics events. But unfortunately, it doesn't work that way for the Olympics because they control stuff. In fact, sometimes the Olympics want to control the amount of track and field events that happen. And that's another political decision at another time. All in the Game is saying ran 1987, shutting it down. That's why I want him to focus on the 200 meters in Paris, which I know won't happen because he'll run the 100 as well. No, that was a really easy run from Tobago there. I mean, he kind of abruptly stopped too. It didn't even look the way you wanted to, right? Thanks everybody for joining. The Monaco Diamond League is hotting up. I'm just seeing Javon Harrison here fail at his third attempt over 2 meters 25. They're just finally showing that on the screen. Not enough ups there. Didn't clear that. Actually, he had enough ups. He hit the bar with his calf. So he should have been a little bit. He wanted to be down so he could raise his legs higher, but it didn't work. Shelby McEwing here failing on his first attempt at 2 meters 28. Yeah, good stuff going on. Don't forget to get your comments in, like the video. Happy to be here. Yeah, back to this All in the Game. There's you have to think Tobago is on the podium. Hamish Kerr here also failing on his second attempt at 2 meters 28. Tobago is that athlete. I believe in what you're saying here. If were he to just focus on the 200 meters alone, he may be able to push stronger for that gold medal. But he's young. He's 21 years of age, right? 21. So he has a long future ahead of him. He may come into this year, next year, coming into the LA Olympics, assuming that you stay healthy, we might be looking at something special there. Yeah. Yeah, don't forget to, subscribe, hit the like button, notification bell, because here's the thing. We're doing a lot of live shows. We have a lot of videos coming out too as well, and I want you to all see that as well. But we'll be doing a lot of lives during the Olympics, watch-alongs. Then we'll be doing reaction shows in the evening when we get a chance to unpack that stuff. So you don't want to miss out because you know me. I like to hear what you have to say, and we put up your comments as long as they're clean. I think All in the Game has the records for the most comments on this channel. But you could beat him. That's hard to beat, but that's like trying to go up against Usain Bolt. Taking a look here at Wu trying to make his second attempt over 2 meters 28, and he clears it. Really good jump here from the South Korean. So on his second attempt, he clears 2 meters 28. Yeah. Yeah. Up next, we'll see Jakob Ingebrigtsen against Jared Naguse against Timothy Chariot. This is going to be good. All guys here going, two of them gone sub 3 minutes 30. Naguse season best of 3 minutes 30, 86. It's going to be an exciting 1500 meters coming up right now. So only two more events on the track before the Monaco Diamond League closes out. This is fantastic race here. There's Laros, there's Guli, there's Harari, or Hor. I don't know how you pronounce that. Yeah. Nordas is there. Let's see. Giles, Siati, Goyate, Rudolph, and obviously Jakob Ingebrigtsen, a man that's gone 327. A lot of people have been asking for the Ikam Alga Rouge world record to go, but I'm still not seeing it yet. All right, so they're about to start this 1500 meters. Should be exciting. Men's 1500 meters. A couple of years ago, we thought that the David Rudisha record would be harder than the Ikam Alga Rouge record, but this year I'm not so sure. All right, they're off. And you got a couple pacemakers here. Jakob Ingebrigtsen already in third position behind those pacemakers. There's Coleman there. And the Goose is around there as well. Someone fell. It looks like Nordas. I don't know who it is. Or Guile. You look like Giles may have gone. But he got up. Somebody fell there. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Rudolph is still in the lead here. Jakob Ingebrigtsen's there as well. I got distracted here a little bit. I was trying to see who fell. Sisk is there too. I think Sisk is one of the pacemakers. He's gonna go out at some point though. There's Hor there. There's Naguse. Is that Coleman or Chariot? It's hard for me to see. Yeah, it is Chariot. So Chariot behind Ingebrigtsen, behind Naguse. 127 right now on the clock. They're within the pace that right now. At least Jakob is. The wave light stuff. So I mean, I think they want to go around 800 meters at 151-ish. So yeah, 150.66 for 800 meters. And so Sisk is there, Ingebrigtsen, Chariot, Naguse. So Sisk is stepping up there right now. Yeah. I think right now they're moving really fast. This is what 216. This is gonna be super fast. And they're coming around now. They're gonna be at the bell lap right now. Inga Britson's right up on Sisk right now. And he's gonna move ahead of him, and Sisk is gonna step off the track, and Chariot is there, Nagoose as well. But Jakob Ingebrigtsen has about a 3 or 4 meter lead. He's opening up now on Chariot, and Nagoose is on the wings of Chariot as well. But Jakob Ingebrigtsen is making a big statement here on the backstretch. He's opening up now to about a 15-meter lead, it seems like. He's gonna go around, and we have about 200 meters to go, and we're looking at 302. This has to be a world leading time. This is gonna be at least 327. And Ingebrigtsen is blazing the turn now. 100 meters to go. 314, 15. This is going to be like 327, 20, low 26. It might be 326. 321, 322. Jakob Ingebrigtsen about 30 meters on these guys. Crosses the line. 326.74. That is a world lead, ladies and gentlemen. That's a personal best for Jakob Ingebrigtsen as well, because his previous best was 327. The man is making a statement here. Oh my God. 326.73 official. Timothy Chariot 328.71, which is a fabulous time. Coleman 328 as well. Nagoose 329, going sub 330 season best. Gurley, a bunch of season best all the way down here, guys. Anything under 330 is really ridiculous running. But 326.73 from Jakob Ingebrigtsen. He's looked at the British guys who've took away his gold medal in the last 2 world championships, and he's like, the Olympics is for me, baby. That's what he's saying. That is amazing running there by Jakob Ingebrigtsen. I am missing out on comments here. I don't even know where I am. Yeah. Yeah, this Peacock stuff is really problem. I see what you guys are saying. Yeah. I don't know why they're like behind on these streaming stuff here from Peacock. I just noticed that too. Yeah. So I have to just watch the race and ignore what's happening. I mean, this is crazy here. Far too many people for 1500 meters. Yeah, the fall is not good there. All in all, yeah, these are comments between All in the Game and yeah, Angel. Thanks for keeping that up. Jakob ran fast with a rabbit in a time trial type race. His trouble has always been global 1500 meters without rabbits. That's a good point there. I mean, there's a speed, there's the tactical nature of the race as well, and that's what got him the last couple of times. There's no wavelength, there's no pacemakers, and and then there's those guys that can really put pressure on him. But I believe if you're in a 326 shape, I don't know if the other guys can come close to that All in the Game. That's different class right there. 326.73. That is outstanding there. That's taken down his PB from 327, which was 327.14. Ingebrigtsen's in a special place right now. Special place. But I'm with you that there is that kind of tactical nature of these races, and he can get tied up. He maybe just have to push it. That's the thing. He just has to push it and trust his body. Run really easy in the semifinals and just go out really hard and ask those guys to follow him. That might be the Norwegian way, do a Karsten Warholm approach by just going out and let these guys come. I mean, he's tried that before and got run down, but we'll see. Final race on the track coming up, women's 100 meters. That's going to be fabulous. Hobbs, Clark, Asha Smith, Talou, Alfred, Aaliyah Hobbs, Tamara Davis, and Van der Weken. So we will I'm hoping to see if we get something fabulous there. Where am I now? Back to some of the comments. All in the game. They have said that before about Jakob, but then he struggled. Yeah. I mean, Josh Kerr, Jake Whiteman, they took away what everyone thought was going to be his medals. Ended up winning. He ended up winning 5,000. But the talent that Jakob Ingebrigtsen has, he should be winning 1,500 meters at the Olympics quite easily. But that's the beauty about sport. You know, sometimes others come and take it away from you. So one more race before the end of the Monaco Diamond League. Again, I appreciate you guys coming on. I thank you for those of you who've liked this channel. This is a space watch along. I know most of you are watching it elsewhere, but also get a chance for community. You know, I think about the watch alongs as a community effort. We all talk and enjoy the race, and we all love because we love the sport of track and field. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We'll be going live throughout the whole Olympics, and we'll be doing some shows. I owe you guys some other shows where we have to have a big prediction show. I don't know how long that might be a 10-hour live. I'm joking, but we'll try our best to get some prediction shows going leading into the Olympics. I probably will wait till after the London Diamond League to finalize predictions. I've been thinking about them, but it's been pretty hard, especially in some events. Yeah. But London Diamond League coming up. I think isn't Kishane Thompson running tomorrow? Is it tomorrow or on Sunday? He should be running some. Is it in where soon? Right? Is it going to be in Spain? I want to see what's happening there. Yeah. And he's saying, I believe Kenny's a great contender for the 200. You mean for the title or for the for medals? I think he's in the mix for sure. Kung Fu Kenny is having a fabulous season, and he's one of those athletes that show up when it matters. We hadn't seen him do so well in the last couple of years, but you know he'll find a way. Is it a step too far for Andre DeGrasse this year? Yeah, they're giving us an update in the triple jump. This is Marion Beck, Ramon Chuck. Oh, that looks good. Let me get an update for myself because you can't rely on these guys. Let's get a triple jump right here. Perez won this in 1496 ahead of Thea Lafon at 1487, Beck Ramonchuk 1481, and Shanika Ricketts 1467. Perez Hernandez, I like her a lot. Tall, powerful. Is she as tall as Yulimar? I mean, certainly bigger in size for sure. A lot more on the board here. Should be good. All in the game is saying will be interesting to see how Kenny looks in the 200 in his first time doubling. That's true. Takes a lot. Takes a lot to double. Doubling is not easy. And the 100 meters are competitive. And when you have a guy that's running 9.7s and looks like he can go faster, I also think Oblique Seville can run 9.79 this year. Could, if he gets everything right. I'm hoping Oblique Seville finally gets it right in a major championships. Burst onto the scene at the last Olympics semifinal. Then he finished outside the medals in Oregon at the 2022 World Championships. And last year as well in Budapest. Seville, very talented, handled by Glenn Mills. And hopefully he will find a way this time on the medal podium because it would be good. I also think Not to be biased or anything, I try to be neutral, but it's about time that Jamaican men find their way back on medal podiums at the major games. It's been too long. And nothing would be better than a 1-2. So, and of course, the Americans have other options. We can't count out the Olympic champion. He looks okay. He looks healthy. Marcel Jacobs. You just never know. This is the beauty about sport. And come that night in Paris in a few weeks' time, yeah, you never know. So Bekram on truck, I think they're showing our final jump. Yeah. All in the game is saying, what are you saying here? Let me see. About as tall as Rojas, still so raw, has so much potential. Yeah, she is. I mean, yeah, she's very tall. I like her a lot. The thing about Yulimar Rojas is that our ability to stay in the air is so special. When she gets up, I mean, she's a beauty to watch. And the leaner you are, sometimes it allows you to stay up there. But Perez has a lot of upside. A lot of upside. Yeah. All in the game is saying couldn't help but notice that Michael Johnson retweeted Fate's world record the other day while ignoring the 37 old high jump world record, which feeds into the criticism that his new Grand Slam track doesn't care about field. Interesting. I haven't been on social media for a couple of days, so I haven't seen, or I have been, but I didn't see that. I saw an interview some years ago about, I don't know if it was a year ago, when Johnson was talking about the sport. I don't think he's a big fan of the field events. I don't think he particularly likes that stuff. Maybe if they have personality. Yeah, I want to see what his new money event will do. To be honest with you, season best for Shelby Ewing here, Mac Ewing 231. Kerr also went over 231. Oh, that's pretty nice there. I don't know. I don't think he really likes the field events. But if we're being honest with ourselves, what uh Manunchuk, what she did over the high jump is ridiculously special. Because you have to remember, uh, Steph Kostandinova held that record since what, Rome, right? A long, long time ago. And for her to go that far, and we haven't seen anybody that close to the world record since Blanka Vlasic. It's just special, special. What Yaroslav did was next level, and that deserves every kind of accolade you can get. It deserves everything. I just don't know. But they're introducing the athletes for the 100 meters, Julia and Alfred, on screen right now. Let's just watch that, and then we can unpack some more of the stuff after that. I expect Julia and Alfred to be in fine form. She's been super special this season. Won the 200 meters a couple of days ago when Sharika Jackson had pulled up in the race, which we are hearing that's a cramp. Hopefully it's not serious. Like I said the last time, I didn't know if they did a scan on it. Sometimes you feel something, it's a cramp, but scans can reveal other things. I want to see what Dina Asher-Smith will do too. But I feel like I feel Alfred is going to be on the podium in Paris. There's a lot of talk about American sweeps too, especially because I think they saw Sharika Jackson not looking good. But I wouldn't count out Fraser Price still. You just never know. She's a champion. Tia Clayton could surprise. All right, they're in the set position right now. And if we're behind, guys, just don't spill the beans. I mean, I'm not looking at the streamer. I'm just looking at my stream right now. All right, Talu is there as well. They're in set position. And there's a clean start there. And Julian Alfred looks really good. So is Davis, but Alfred is taking it away and she's opening up on them and she's extending that lead. And she comfortably wins this in time of 10.85 seconds into a minus 1 meter per second win. Into a headwind, 10.85. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think 3 women are beating this woman in Paris. I think she's getting on that podium. For sure. 1085 ahead of Davis, 1099. Looks like Dina Asher Smith was in the mix too. They're crediting her with a time of 1099 as well. Van der Weekend, 1102. Stalu, 11.08. Hobbs, that's Zoe, 1115. Tamara Clark, 1125. And Aliyah Hobbs, 1126. I want to see the replay again. But I am going out on a limb here. There's not 3 women taking this woman off the podium in the 100 meters. They're showing the replay here on a different, slightly slide out angle here. Oh, really good start there. Dina was in the mix too, but look at how Julian was pulling away. Really lovely sprinting here. She ran hard, but comfortable face still. You could see the jaws moving, jelly. That's what you want to see. That shows a sense of relaxation there. Yeah. St. Lucia, start figuring out the kind of awards or rewards or whatever you want to, all the superlatives you have to use, and get your finances ready, because you're going to be probably naming stuff after Julian Alfred here, because you just never know. I'm saying she's on the podium. She might be way up on the podium right now. Let me get some of these comments right now. Twain was saying difficult to double because Kenny's body type, the leaner the better is in terms of endurance. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to double. Who's the men's 100 meter time today? There's no men's 100 meters today. All in the game is agreeing. Yes, she's on that podium. Yeah, I think so. You're St. Lucian. I'm happy with the possibility with Alpha bringing home our first Olympic medal. Yeah, I fingers crossed, but fantastic. All in the game on the conversion already. In 0 win, this is 10.78. You put this into +2 in, and you're looking at something special too. Yeah, Alfred looking really good. I've been saying it all year. I know it's nothing special that I'm saying, but this is our first season without the collegiate circuit, and Coach Flo is cooking something up, guys. I best believe she's gonna do something very nice. St. Lucia, you better stand up already, because I mean you can't count, don't count chickens before they hatch. But importantly, from what we've seen, the form that she's in, she looked good earlier this week in the 200 meters. I'm not sure she would have won it if Sharika was didn't pull up, but that's either here or there. It's not about Sharika right now, it's about Julian, and she's looking really good, steadily getting into the right shape, racing sparingly. Everything is going well. She's gonna make it. I think she's gonna be nice. You're welcome there, Sadiq. And yeah, I think I just did that one before, Twain. But yeah, I'm happy. Thanks. Appreciate that we have people who support St. Lucia for sure. Yeah. All in the game. Would have liked to see Dina a little close to 10.9. Yeah, I would think so. She was looking good in the race, but then at the end, just separation there from Alfred. Yeah, still a little bit of time, but the Dina we know of yesteryear doesn't seem as if it's the same Dina. It's a quick change, obviously. She made a serious decision to just leave her longtime coach and come to Texas. It may still pay off. We'll see. You never know. McEwen is still jumping here. He's trying to clear 233. He just failed on that attempt. But good stuff so far. I mean, all the track events are over. We're just waiting to see the end of this men's high jump. Couple of guys left in this high jump here. So McEwen at both of them cleared at 231. I think Shelby just failed on his second attempt at 233. I think Hermish is gonna try again here. What about Alfred doubling? What do you think? I think she should double. She has the ability to double. She's young. I think our best chance, obviously, is in the 100 meters. If she gets a medal in the 100 meters, if she wins it all, because that's a possibility as well. We should be frank with ourselves here. You don't know what kind of confidence that can develop into the 200 meters. Yeah, doubling is a thing she should do, though. But my money is that she will find better success over 100 meters, at least time wise, for sure. Ooh, he made it. Kerr clears 233 on his third event. That was a fantastic jump there. Good clearance at 2 meters 33. Let's see this again on replay. Lots of elevation, really good coming around, keeping his neck low so the legs go up high. Then he corrects that and comes over. Nice. Yeah, nice. All in the game saying so 21-year-old Tamara Davis, the US trials where she narrowly missed the team in fourth, is her only 100-meter race she hasn't finished in the top 2 in 8 races this year. Interesting. I want to see a stat book all in the game. We gotta share that on PDF. I used to try to keep everything in my head, but which is never a good idea. All right, McEwen here is going to try and clear at 233 now. Final attempt. Let's see if he can do it to extend this competition. Oh no, he crashes into the high jump. So season best for Shelby at 231 in the men's high jump. But the winner goes to the New Zealander Hamish Kerr at personal best for him at 2 meters 33. I don't know if he's going to continue. Is he? Is he going to attempt 238? I don't. If he's going to attempt 238, I probably won't see it because these NBC guys seem as if they're finishing their coverage. But this was a fantastic Diamond League, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming along, watching along. This is my second live of the day. I did a cricket live this morning. If you're into cricket, you can check that out. It was more of a rant because the West Indies lost the test match before lunch on day 3. And here we are for track and field. I will be back soon again. We'll be working on some other things for you. But, please check out the channel if it's your first time around here. I will be going live throughout the entire Paris Olympics, along with some videos that we have to drop. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you know when we do videos, when we go live. Thanks again, everyone. It's been lovely hanging out with you. And I might be back tomorrow again. I mean, if there's some more track and field, or if we need to do a live just to hash out some of these things. But fabulous performance this evening by Inga Bertson from Cedrati. Julian Alfred looking very good. Nice high jump right there to go to 233 from Kerr. Yeah, some of the standout stuff there. Grant Holloway looking good as usual. Adelike, I thought, was comfortable, a lot more in the tank for sure. That's good to see. Lika Klava having a season best at the right time. And yeah, so things are shaping up for this Olympic Games, and good triple jump as well. So lots of good stuff. Track and field is in a great space. I know all of us are looking forward to the Olympics, and yeah, one more Diamond League. I'll be doing a watch along on that in London, and then we'll be doing some preview shows and competitions for who gets these things correct. All right, see you guys. Take care. We'll chat later. Bye bye.